Hello, everyone. So, we are going to be talking about focusing on your why and why that is important today. The reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because it's something that has helped me stay on the course during my journey. And in the past few weeks, I have been able to really use this to help realign my vision and realign myself mentally, to stay true to the course and to stay true to this journey and see it through the end. Because like many people, I struggle with like procrastinating because I'm focusing on the wrong thing. I believe focusing on your why will really help you get rid of procrastinating, maybe not forever or 100%, but it will help you really move along your journey and at a pace or at a momentum that you want in your life. And this has definitely helped me, and it's one of the things that I do to help me get through difficult times in my life, especially when as I'm embarking on this journey. So I read a few articles, just so that I could come on here and also give you some other information that you guys can find and read if you guys like reading information as well. Um, so the reason why I say focus on your why is because focusing on your why is more important than focusing on your what and how. Focusing on your why allows you to stay motivated and driven, um, especially when you're going through times that are difficult and you are going through life experiences, because we go through things in life. Like, I know you guys can understand what I mean. Life happens to every one of us, and we can allow these things that happen in our lives dictate how our lives are going to go, especially if we have goals or we have visions that we're trying to achieve in our life. So focusing on what and why will leave you feeling overwhelmed, drained, disarrayed, and it will leave you wondering how are you going to get all the things done on your to-do list. Like, I know, every day there's work to do. So you can't focus on that. You need to focus on why are you, doing these things, not what you need to do, because there will always be work to do. So there's no need to focus on that. Um, that is the wrong place to put your focus in. And I know many of you have heard the quote, what you focus on grows, and where you place your focus is where energy flows. So it's important to place your focus in the right place, because that's where you're going to put the most of your energy. And if you're putting your energy on what and how, I think I was talking about what and why before, but I meant what and how. But if you're focusing on what and how, and you're putting your energy towards that, and you're not focusing on why, you will definitely end up procrastinating more. You will end up giving up sooner. And hopefully, when you focus on your why, you won't even think about giving up. Or if when you do think about giving up, focusing on your why will help you realign your mindset, or help you put your heart where your mouth is, and it will help you see exactly why you decided on putting yourself on this journey and putting yourself on this commitment, and telling yourself that this is what you want to spend your days doing and this is what you want to achieve. Um, and especially, like, if you have people in your life that don't really understand what you're doing, because I know I'm definitely on that journey right now of about figuring out exactly what I want to do, and focusing on my why and not focusing on what others have to say or ask the questions that they ask me that may, make me believe less in what I'm doing, could focus on your why will help you refocus on the things that you need to actually focus on and not other things that don't matter. So, you don't want to feel stuck and you don't want to be procrastinating because that would just lead you down away from what you're trying to achieve. So I hope all of that made sense. Um, and to be honest, the what and the how of things is quite easy because once you figure out why you're doing something, you can set goals and the how isn't complicated either. A quick like Google search is something that I found on an article that I read, and it says a quick Google search and you will be able to have a step-by-step process for how to accomplish your goal. And every one of us right now, like in this age that we live in, have most of us have internet access, or we have access to a nearby library, or we have access to some sort of resource that can help us find information on how to achieve our goals. So, honestly, this is another reason why you should be focusing on your why, because if you don't know why you're doing all of this, you're kind of leading yourself into a blind spot because you're looking for information, you're going to the library, but you don't know why you're doing it. So you don't exactly know where you're going. And, when you're traveling somewhere, you never not know where you're traveling to. So, if you wanted to prepare to go to like somewhere hot and, you know, you don't know why you're preparing to go there, um, you won't know how to prepare. It all makes sense. It all connects. You need to know why in order to know how and what you need to do. Um, and in order to know how to do something and what you're doing, you need to know why. So they're all connected, but why is way, 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 way more important. And you'll kind of understand more of why the why is important as I go further in the video. So to relate this back to my experience as to why I believe focusing on your why is important. I have a problem with procrastinating, and the way I overcome this is by, like I said before, focusing on my why. And I know this to be true because um, I can overthink what I have to do, and if I didn't know why I wanted to do something, um, then I wouldn't see the point of doing those things on my list that I said I have to get done. So the reason why I know this works is because I know that it's not because I have a problem with consistency or dedication or discipline or anything like that. And I know that you don't have that problem either because I thought I had that problem. And I know you're thinking like, oh, why can't I be consistent? Why can't I be disciplined? Why can't I be organized? And the reason is because you don't understand your why enough. You don't have a deep enough why that is, you know, deep enough that is deep enough to allow you to get really focused and allow you to focus on exactly why you're doing what you're doing. And because if your why isn't deep enough for you, you're not going to be motivated enough. And I'm a person that works from the heart. So if my head and my heart aren't connected, I can't give it the all that like I want to, and I will end up procrastinating. That's why I say um, focusing on your why is so important. And I believe that the why helps you focus your mind and your heart on exactly what you need to do, on exactly why you're doing what you're doing. What, why, how. All of these words. But you guys, I hope you guys get what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna read a few things that I found in a second article, and I will leave all these links in the description box as to where I found them, and you guys can have a read of these articles yourselves. So the first important point I found is it's the purpose that will drive you to achieve it during both good times and bad, especially during periods of struggle or when the going gets tough. Going gets tough. You will have your ups and downs when you're on a specific type of journey where you have to commit to it. Um, and, I am having those tough times and they're really testing me. And a lot of them are mental um, beliefs, limiting beliefs that I have to work through. And having your why will really help you achieve your goal, especially during these times, because it's not something, especially if you're dealing with mental limiting beliefs. It's not something that's tangible that you can throw away or you can kind of just ignore. It's something that is right there inside of you that you can ignore. It's an ongoing chatter that you have to learn how to um um get rid of and replace with something that is beneficial to your journey. So it's important to like keep your why in front of you. And this is why it's important. It's important to keep your why in front of you and centering it will provide you with the motivation you need to keep going when you really may want to just give up. And I really hope that that is the last resort that you go to, giving up, because essentially what you're doing when you give up is giving up on yourself. And this is the video I'm going to be doing soon, because um I have found ways to overcome this feeling of wanting to give up, and how you can encourage yourself not to give up. And I found these ways, or I wouldn't say techniques, but I found these ways to really help me or prevent me from wanting to feel that way, and ways that help encourage me daily. Um, so yes, so the next point is it's imperative that this reason be meaningful to you rather than something pushed upon you by an outside force. Um, I definitely feel like um, I have always been this way since I was young. I've always been this person who is strong-hearted, and I never ever wanted to follow the crowd. I never ever wanted to I didn't want someone else to tell me what I had to do with my life, because it is my life. And I definitely believe that when you create your why, you need to come from a place of coming from an inside place, like an internal spiritual place within yourself, that you have to pull that why out of you. You have to pull that reason as to what motivates you to achieve this goal. And you can't come from a place of external forces telling you that this is why you should do this, this is why you should achieve this, this is what you should go for, and this is why. You have to tell yourself. So it's important to come from a place that is already meaningful, which is from inside of you. Um, so now we're going to talk about um, ways you can um, come up with your why, and how you can come up with your why. So first of all, you need to brainstorm your motivations for wanting to achieve this goal. Like, why do you want to achieve this goal? I know there's many reasons as to why you want to achieve something. So it's important to write them down, because there's something about writing down what you want to do and why you want to do it, because it's really sets it in stone. And you want to try and come up with at least three reasons why you want to accomplish these things and why they're important to you, and focus on why is it important for you to achieve these things, and really think about it from an internal perspective and not from an external perspective. um, Don't focus on what society tells you you should feel, but focus on what you want to feel on the inside. And then decide on which one of these three reasons resonates the most with you on an internal perspective. And that is what is really going to drive you on your journey going forward. So, different ways you can do this is by writing in a journal, and you can do this on a daily basis, um, just to really help you keep that focus daily. Trust me, some of us need that, myself included. And um, some suggestions I found in an article is by writing down your personal reasons for wanting a dream to come true, expand upon its importance, imagine what it will be like when you achieve your goal, place post-it notes where you can see them as visual reminders of that thing you want most, and spend time with like-minded folks who are trying to achieve the same thing. I mean, that line is in itself. Spend time with like-minded folks who are trying to achieve the same thing. That's very important. And whether you find these people online or in a community on Facebook or a YouTube community, or someone that you admire on YouTube, and watching the videos helps keep you motivated, or listen to a podcast of people talking about the things that you want to achieve and they themselves already achieved it. That's a helpful thing. And you can motivate, yourself or other people and each other, and hold each other accountable to one another. Another way that I chose to help motivate myself is by getting a coach, a mindset coach. And having a coach is one way to keep yourself accountable and motivate yourself, because that coach has already achieved something that you are looking to achieve yourself. So I really, 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 really recommend you get a coach in whatever area that you feel you need help in, or you need guidance in, because really that's what a coach is there for. It's like a person that can listen to you, that can help motivate and encourage you, and that can help create a plan to achieve your goal. Other examples of what this could look like is like how you could write down your reasons or your goals, um, or the way you can keep motivating yourself towards your goals is by scripting, visualizing, talking about it with people who believe in your vision. And I want to emphasize that you only share with people who 100%, 100% you trust in. And then also another way is by creating a routine around that goal that helps you move toward that goal. Um, so the reasons why it's important to create um, your why and then focus on that why as you achieve your goals is that it affects your efforts, it affects your attitude, it affects your behavior, it affects your determination, it affects your discipline, your consistency, how organized you are, how motivated you are, how you feel on a daily basis. It affects so many things. And, my experience as when it relates to, if you've watched my previous videos about why I quit my job and why I decided to pursue a life that I wanted to pursue and I wanted to create for myself. Um, and the reason was because I at the beginning, I had a why as to why I was there. And the why was to honestly um, create a stream of income for myself. And then as I went through that job, I lost that why because I had already achieved that goal. And then there was no other reasons why I wanted to stay in that job. So that is why I say having a why will help you stick things out, especially when you're going through bad times. Because I have had bad times in that. I had bad times in that job, and having my why helps me stay there longer than what I expected to stay there for. How long I expected to stay there, and Then I decided to leave because I didn't have a why for staying there anymore. There was no reason why I decided I wanted to stay there anymore. So so if you have a bad attitude about work, chances are you don't have a good reason and a good why for what you do. So if you don't have a why as to why you're staying there, or a good enough reason why that could motivate you to continue on your goal or stay consistent on your goal, is maybe that reason isn't good enough for you. So if you aren't achieving results, it's because your why isn't inspiring to you, and your reasons have to be bigger than your excuses, have to be bigger than your procrastination, have to be bigger than um, your emotions that may be up one day and down one day, and all actions flow from the head to the heart to the hand. So if our hands aren't moving, it's because we aren't doing what we need to do, and it's because our heart isn't in it. And especially if you're a heart-centered person who really likes to feel before they start doing anything, like you like to feel motivated, you like to feel excited. If you aren't excited or you aren't inspired about what you're doing, it's because your why isn't clear enough to you. So it needs to be clear to you. You need to make it clear to you. And success is not one giant effort. It is a lot of small decisions made correctly. A powerful why will give you that little nudge you need to make the right decision time after time until it becomes a habit, and eventually it will become a lifestyle. And this is important for everything in life. Everything from trying to lose weight to getting fit to getting your degree to becoming an entrepreneur to building a business. A whole lot of things, a whole lot of things. And if you know your why, you can live anyhow. So my final thoughts that I want to share in this video is start with one visual thing in your life that you want to achieve. And an example is, say, for example, you have the vision to become to earn six figures a year, and that can become a goal that you want to achieve. So then now you now have to figure out you have to figure out how you're going to do this and what you need to achieve this. And you need to create a list of tasks that you can pull from your why, and this will help you move towards your goal. And then what you need to do is set a deadline for every task. And then the most important part is act on it. Don't overthink this, and just act on it. And these are for my procrastinators out there, including myself. Acting on it is the most important part of this list, and um, I will create a checklist or a list that you guys can download. And just because I know it's hard to follow things when you're watching a video with a lot of information, but it's important to act on your goals. Act on it. Don't overthink it. Just act on it, because you have to trust the process. You have to trust the journey, and you just have to trust that you will figure things out as you move along in your journey. Um, I think that's another reason why a lot of people don't achieve their goals, is because they're focusing on the wrong things. And this all goes back to why focusing on your why and having a clear enough thought process around your why and feeling around your why. So I really hope you found this video helpful. I will leave my other videos in the description box and you guys can check it out. And I hope you found this video helpful. Trying to get better at my videos, so I hope you found this helpful, and I'll leave all my other videos in the description box and the links as well. Bye guys.